Things are happening.
Oh, man.
Notable quote are airbag titties from that episode.
I missed that one.
I think we said it like
because of the sleeper build.
Yeah, the sleeper titties.
Yeah. So we've got sloppy natties, and now we've got airbag titties.
Hey, do you want me to fill your water?
Yes, please. Car alarm goes off every time she takes her shirt off. The headlights flash.
I was gonna ask you what all the mage school robe colors were again.
Yes.
Because
there was so much like lore in it. I was like, I miss a word and be like, oh fuck.
I think chaos is a great time to like, if you feel like you're getting lost in notes in the session, just be in it.
Yeah.
And then if there's anything you want reiterated, just write a note to yourself, like ask about this, and then I can recover those.
Yeah,
as we go.
I was doing exactly that.
Nice. So yeah, the 6 groups are white robes, abjuration, dark brown, conjuration,
Dark brown,
sky blue is enchantment, crimson is evocation, forest green is illusion,
okay,
and pastel orange is transmutation. Sort of like a desaturated light orange.
we're missing
correlate
school.
with
You're missing 2 schools.
Well, we have divination, which we know is silver.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't have necromancy because I guess that's not taught at the school.
Nope.
That's really rude because that's where all the healing magic is.
Yeah.
does that correlate with detect magic and what color it shows up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, that's neat. I love that.
Yeah.
I do like that too. That's pretty cool. What color does necromancy show up with detect magic?
I think necromancy is probably like a deep violet glow.
I'll just make a note about that.
Seen me cast at least one necromantic spell, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
We did?
But probably not with detect magic
Yeah,
going.
true. Yeah, I can cast False Life at will.
Oh, yeah.
When you dope on the creature blood.
Yeah.
That's right. Ugh.
Oh, maybe you can dope on the blood from this alchemy jug.
Eee.
Wonder what it'll give you. It's magic blood, maybe. I don't know.
Probably a disease.
We don't really know where the stuff from the alchemy jugs come from. Maybe there's like a demi-plane of blood that it just pumps out of.
Maybe so. Or maybe every time you whisper into it, somebody somewhere dies. Just fully exsanguinated.
Mystery bodily fluid sounds like something we shouldn't fuck with, but I'm not the med student here, so I don't know what Sam
We'll ask
wants to
Sam
say.
when she gets back.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna figure out how this shit works.
Magnus is scary. He's taking a very human term.
The lust for knowledge is...
Yeah.
It can change a person.
Look, I didn't say that I wanted to call down destruction from the heavens. I just said it was
interesting.
It was interesting. Yeah. I said it was scary. Also, it is. But
Also,
if you tell a wizard that someone can pluck the sky out and rain it down on someone, they're like,
yeah. Which fun little reveal that I've been sitting on since before we started playing is that Lokvara, formerly Vordholm, was destroyed by a 9th level meteor swarm. A beefed up 9th level meteor swarm.
Wow.
Like
just destroyed the whole continent.
like a divine version. Yeah, that was what I was gathering. Like whenever she said that it was like it's craters, I was like, yeah, probably a meteor swarm.
Yeah,
Sorry, what were you
that's
going to say?
a fun map to design.
I mean, I can bring it up in session later too, but does it seem like your lack of sleep is...
Affecting your mood.
No, I mean, is it thirst for knowledge or is it something else?
Oh,
Oh, is that like
Okay.
why am I not sleeping?
Yeah.
I got a sense for
Yeah.
that. At the
Oh yeah, I
beginning
mean,
of
I
the
think I
episode.
think our
It's-
opening
Yeah.
explained why Magnus hasn't been sleeping.
Yeah. He's definitely shook by having ink misted someone. So, yeah. That's affected his desire to sleep because he doesn't want to dream about it.
Yeah, and it's been like every little micro nap that you've had, you see that guy's face
Yeah.
explode.
So he's avoiding dealing with that by diving into the thing that he wanted to go get, which was like these tablets and like the info on them, and like identifying these items and learning more about those.
Yeah, we're reaching a really interesting point in this campaign where there are now many branching paths that could be followed, and I'm very interested to see which ones you guys are following. Seems like number one is Cal Drunmore, which
So curious why Saoirse does not want us to know that she wants to go there.
It's more like
the vibe that I'm getting is that Saoirse doesn't want to burden her friends with her problems.
Meanwhile, we're like, man, I wish we had a new problem.
Yeah.
Magnus is like desperate for a new problem.
it's also for Saoirse, she's kind of like they're probably not even like she's chasing geese. Who knows? She's just guessing that they could maybe be there.
We can.
What makes you think that they're there?
That's where the Exardescan Church is like headquartered.
Oh.
It's like the Vatican.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, Cal Drunmore is a very interesting location in that there's a lot of very important empires that have their seat there.
Okay.
Which is like the magic school is there, which is rapidly growing and becoming, it's basically becoming like a big business, very profitable thing, and also a lot of arcane progress is happening. While at the same time, the Exardescan Church is deeply rooted there, and that's where it like began and spread out from. Like Cal Drunmore is where Exardescans were being sent out from as missionaries. It's why Saoirse's family, they came from a chapter in Lokvara specifically, but that chapter came from Cal Drunmore.
I wonder how they would feel about what Maeve did on the island, first of all.
Yeah.
And I wonder how they feel about the nascent power of the magic school compared to like their
Rule. I think it's very much, it's going to be very interesting, and
It seems like
you'll
a
see
powder keg.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of parallels between, why Galileo was persecuted by the Catholic Church and stuff like that. We're going to see a lot of that play out in real time in game, which whether or not you guys interact with it is yet to be seen, but it will be happening around you at the very least.
I'm also wondering like who needs to be using this sword that we got. Because like you got your own thing. Like you've got your own warlock sword thing. So I wouldn't imagine that this would do you that much good compared to what you're doing.
Fantastic, good.
Yeah. There's
Great, good.
Would it?
there's some stuff that will happen in the next episode that we'll talk more about all of that.
Word.
But yeah, mechanically there's some cool warlock bullshit that sword could be useful.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay. So, there you go.
If you ever watched campaign 2 of Critical Role,
It was. Didn't he like absorb? Yeah.
Speaking of Critical Role, apparently, and I'm not the only person that has seen this, that there was like a YouTube short or whatever of someone that looks like Sam on Critical Role now. They stole you.
oh,
the
you
person
do
with
look
the-
kind of similar to, her name is Amy something.
That has the septum piercing as well,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah,
was
when
just
it
something
first-
I was like, they fucking stole our Sam style.
When they first started doing the
And
newest
Ethan thought
campaign.
the same thing because he clicked on it thinking that it was an Arcanorama clip and it was Critical Role and he got pissed.
I don't think this looks like me.
It doesn't, but it's still like in the style.
In the style of
It's-
Sam.
It's great value, Sam.
It's very funny whenever
I
they
think I might be great value, Amy.
no, whenever they first came out with the new campaign, I was going through and just like, oh, I'll follow the new cast members on Instagram, and anytime I would see one of them pop up, I would follow. And she does a lot of like her Instagram page is very spicy. She does a lot of burlesque and stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until after I had followed her and was just scrolling one day and was like, oh, hello.
Who is this
She's
person?
on the internet looking at boobs all the time.
All the time.
Airbag titties. Popping them out.
Actually, I'm on the internet looking at boobs all the time.
I didn't see an Amy in the new cast.
It might not be Amy. It's
Is it Whitney?
Whitney Moore. That's right.
I have followed her since Ellie by Night when she did
Oh.
she did one of the characters from the
Oh, a little bit more. I could see that.
she did there were like these club owning vampire. Well, it's outwardly two sisters, but it's really like one vampire with split personality. But she was in the game Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1. Like she was a major NPC in that, and so she was
nice.
playing that character in the LA by Night
Oh, that's cool.
campaign. And I was like, awesome.
Yeah, she does a great job. I love her character on the new campaign.
Yeah, I need to
Chaos
watch
Tiefling.
more of it, but she's, from what I've seen, been fun.
Yeah, I'm still
Plays
catching up.
Tyranny, like little
Yeah.
fairy character.
She's a tiefling.
She's a oh wait, who's the pixie?
Laura Bailey is
That's right.
Thimble. That's the fairy. It's really good. Brennan, I don't know how his brain keeps up with that much shit going on. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, I'm over here like, what does this person look like? Let me find it in my notes.
Everybody, please stop laughing at boobs. Guys,
Never.
Everybody, please keep laughing at boobs while I search my notes.
Also the thing with in our game.
Yes.
The thing with Valera and Aerith like wiping out Vordholm kind of reminds me of something that happened in the Dragonlance setting when like there's this guy named the King Priest who was like both a king and like their highest level
And a
priest.
priest.
He was like the Pope
No
King
way.
of like the giant
Yeah, kind
Kingdom
of
or whatever.
Pontifex vibes from campaign 1.
Yeah.
of-
And he
of
was
us.
like, I have all this power, but I need more power. Like, give me even more. And the gods were like, you suck. And they threw a meteor down and like wiped out that whole kingdom. And everyone,
yeah.
like, everyone forgot how to use like cleric magic was like gone. Like the gods were just like, Anyway, it would be like this, except
got, like,
instead of no magic, it was just like no cleric magic.
So,
Yeah.
what was Aerith's other name as well?
Rithmira.
Straight from Final Fantasy.
Is it?
I don't know.
Aerith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
about
I
that.
think originally the Japanese translation became Eris, and
Yeah.
then it became Aerith after like the
Oh.
fourth redo.
Yeah, I always knew Eris, and then
Yeah.
like, more
To be fair, I worked backwards. I came up with the Fables names 1st, and then, except for one of them, which we still haven't fully gotten. Like the one that's weird is like, if you're Kasovir, why does everybody call you Petra?
Petra.
How does that line up? But we'll talk about it later.
Also, it was interesting that lead walls
is
block
fine.
arcane transmissions. I'm imagining that they might block divination stuff also, if magic is just like a form of radiation that the lead is blocking or something.
Well, so the
Magic is radiation and we're all getting cancer from it for using it? Oh shit.
so that one
Sorry.
that one is
I do.
that one is specifically that's just D&D rules that I am flavoring for fun in world, which is like if you have something that you don't want someone to scry on, you get a box lined with lead. It's mostly divination magics that it blocks out, I believe.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Which if you're doing private underground shitty magic stuff, you don't want people watching you. But sounds like somebody found out and got real mad.
There's an artist called Filibuster Frog
Yeah,
that
I love their stuff.
follow, and they posited at one point that like overuse of magic or being hit with a strong enough spell would leave behind a scar that could cause like issues over time, like essentially like human glitches, where it's like, I don't know, if it's like fireball that you got hit with and survived, like you might be extra hot or be like feverish all the time.
Mesothelioma.
Oh no.
Mesothelioma.
You-
Iridocyclitis.
Your body
grew up
becomes
near the Vorpon lab from this year to this year.
You may be
entitled.
You suffer from misophonia.
Stop chewing!
Would dispel magic cure this weirding of a person?
Oh, maybe some sort of like dispel magic treatment. You have to like come in for multiple sessions.
It's dispel magic, by the way, is like very high on my list of things that I want to learn, but it's gonna take a while before I get there.
That's a good one.
I was about to ask about the Farquill stuff. I'm
Yeah.
surprised I didn't ask about it last time during Chaos, but like you explained it, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's cool. Because we saw it in action. I was like, if they had that shit, why didn't they just ask Grunehelm before they sent 3 different parties after it? And I
Yeah.
was like,
It's new.
No, it's new. Yeah.
Also, fully ripped that from Brandon Sanderson, Stormlight Archives. It's based on Fabrials, which are just so intelligent and well thought out that I was like, yoink.
It was super cool, but then I was like, you're just turning it into a phone. I was like, oh, you're inventing the speaking stone. I was like, no, you're inventing telephones. Like,
Sorry.
I mean, I think through your research and study, the closest you could get would be sending stones.
Yeah.
And essentially finding the sending spell. So yeah.
Which we still have both the gloves,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Who's got the gloves right now?
I don't remember if I gave it to someone. It was you or
I think
Yeah.
you still have
both of them.
both of them.
I swear I
I
would.
think
But
we
we wouldn't
talked
have
about
to-
giving it to someone and then didn't.
Yeah.
Did we wait? Didn't you give one to
The guy on the ship.
our Ram? Yeah, Finley.
Yeah, Finley had one. Oh, because that's so I could like give him a warning if we were.
Right.
needing-
I don't know if you ever got it back from him, but
He's just
Nope.
doing all the rigging and stuff with one really fancy glove on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
His opera glove.
Because the combination of like the Farquill and that, I think, are intriguing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, those gloves are a more complicated magic, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's transportation shit.
that's portal portal magic.
Portal hands. God gloves.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that you would let us have such access to communication so early. And a legendary sword.
Yeah, I mean, it's new.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
kill us
wild.
next round.
What
I-
are you
So
up
fucked.
to?
I have a very interesting question.
Yeah, what's
I have a couple of stupid questions.
I have a really boring question.
Would Magnus immediately be concerned about putting one of those gloves in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Good.
I think your yeah, your identification gets you the blurb on the magic item, so you have all of the info that's in the book. So yeah, you would know not to put you don't put another bag in there. Don't
Yeah.
put one of the gloves in.
No portable holes. No portals. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing that bends time
in
or
space
space.
and multiple?
I think
I love how you saw all the shit that was in his hands that I kept handing him, and you're just like, not gonna tell him.
What's so fascinating about this group of people is that at no point would I have ever thought, for any reason, that we couldn't put the glove in the bag.
yeah, it would have been bad.
Why?
So if you put a portal inside of another portal, then it causes a magical explosion and kind of erases everything in that area.
It can rip a hole in reality and suck everything within a certain radius into the astral plane.
Yeah, it's like a little black hole, basically, that transports you to astral plane, where you'd just be kind of floating forever.
Yeah,
Because I don't think
really-
people age in the astral plane either.
No.
Why do you
it's kind of
know
hard.
that?
Float or something.
Because I studied magic at college.
Why do you, the guy, know?
Well,
Oh, because I studied
There's-
magic at
In this
college.
book.
a classic thing with the portable hole and the bag of holding that, like,
Oh,
But
A
also,
little bit of chocolate.
good that you know that, because now you know not to just put random stuff that you find in the bag, because anything could potentially be a little grenade in your pocket on accident.
see, I think I had a lot of fun playing wizards when we were all still like new to D&D, and now I'm like, I'm not clever enough to be a wizard anymore. I got to be other shit
That's not
that
true.
can be a little bit stupid.
You gotta just keep being a wizard until you know all the
I-
wizard stuff.
it's funny because I purposely don't take notes at times where I'm like, no, I don't care about that.
I'm just the problem is I'm gonna forget that I ever wrote it down anyway.
Oh, by the way, your plan, you would also know this. Your plan to just fill the bag with blood by weight to
Yeah.
figure out how much is in it. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed.
No, no.
So the moment
Yeah.
that it gets
Okay.
full, it
Yeah.
shreds itself and you can't use it.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't put the sword in
And
there
not
yet. I
everything
was
would
waiting.
come out if
Its
that
its contents are scattered in the astral plane.
Ah.
That's why I was waiting to find if we could get a scabbard for that sword before I put it in the bag.
Yeah, I did change one thing, which is you can turn it inside out to spill out all of its contents unharmed. As written, you can put the bag right before it can be used again. But I think that when you turn it out, it's just no longer a bag of holding. You've basically passed the portal through itself.
And you said if we empty it out, like not turn it out, but just like empty it out, there's a chance that its magic fades. Is that what you said? Also?
No.
Oh,
think so.
maybe I just misunderstood the first part. I thought you would like said
if you flip it inside out,
Yeah.
then it spills everything in front of you.
choice.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it destroys itself. Yeah.
right. We've got to be careful because we don't know how much. Do I have an idea of how much weight is in it currently at any given time?
I think it only weighs 5.
Like, is there a little meter, like a battery meter on the
That
side
weighs
or something?
15 pounds, regardless of its contents.
That's fucking heavy.
I don't think so. Like, I think it gets up to 15 pounds. I think you know that it gets up to 15 pounds when it's full. And is lighter until then. So you would have to like weigh it to know about how full it is currently.
I'll experiment.
I thought you were saying, no, I don't think 15 pounds is heavy. And I was like, okay.
But yeah,
I
this,
Try
does
carrying it
stuff.
around.
as always happens in D&D, it seems, the last paragraph is very important, which is placing a bag of holding inside an extra dimensional space created by a handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane. The gate originates where the one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane. The gate then closes. It's one way and cannot be reopened.
Yeah. Also, classic. I think you were referencing it before, but classic gamer thing was people making arrows out of two portable hole or out of a portable hole in like a whatever.
A bag of holding.
Yeah. So like it would hit, and like when it strikes, it would like drive
into the bag,
Yeah. It would
yeah.
drive one and like so you're basically just making astral explosion arrows.
Yeah, if you've got the resources to have that much of that shit,
Be very expensive.
excellent. But you probably get one shot.
Also reminds me of one of those old D&D stories where like a DM wasn't paying attention to like what his wizard was actively doing like over time, and he ended up making like a hover tank. And he was like, "What? What have you?" He's like, "I asked you about all this stuff, and I just put it all together, and now I've got a hover tank." And he was like, "What?"
You have to pay attention to the wizard. You can kind of ignore
have to.
everybody else, but you've got to know what the wizard is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting to me seeing which things catch each of your interest and which things don't. And I'm sure that it will, I'm sure those things will shift over time as your characters become more invested in different factions and stuff like that. But yeah, it was interesting to me that like the prince arrived and nobody
Yeah.
nobody was like, I want to see what he's up to. It was just like, oh yeah, it's that guy.
So I'll say this: we are interested in everything.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
just that we are all taking cues from one another in what is the most pressing thing, and then we also forget.
Yeah.
I did forget about him a little bit, but also like aside from right now being hot and tragic, there's nothing he can give me. Like like there's nothing.
A freeway.
Well,
Give
clearly,
you so much.
Yeah, have a meet up with you and the branch manager.
Albie.
Branch manager.
and I mean, clearly he's got some sort of he's got some form of power because he is still like put in charge of
To be
things.
more clear, it's kind of
Hey,
like
parental issues. Am I right?
Right.
What's up with that?
No, it's kind of more like we could open like a new thing, or we could follow
For sure.
already established things. And for at least for me, we talked about this kind of over the break. There's like, I have a bad habit of like having something going on and then being like, anyway, I'll push that to the back of my mind. So I'm trying to be more proactive with like, my family did leave and I should probably find them.
No, for sure.
We haven't seen our parents in how long? How many years?
I mean, many. We've got the Charlie Brown parents.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, you
we-
guys are
we were
you
saying.
guys are welcome to stop by home at any time. They should be back by now from their 3-day.
Maybe
fishing
we
trip.
should do that before we go to the school.
Also, I don't. Oh, what I was getting at is that it's interesting to me because one of the things that I like doing, especially in these big campaigns, is like you don't have to follow every thread, but there are going to be different like. Just because you didn't go talk to the prince or like see what he was up to or anything doesn't mean that that's not going to come up later. It just means that you won't know about it until later, which is fun.
It's still ongoing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we all saw them because they approached or whatever.
Because all we know about him so far is that he's allegedly a bastard, no longer crown prince, seemingly an activist because he
Just trying to stop the research dig,
because it was releasing zombies allegedly into the world.
which I was like,
That happened.
There's no proof that those things were connected.
yeah, those could be totally isolated incidents.
And now we see that he's been placed in charge of rehoming refugees, which could be viewed as more of it's like a thing that needs to get done, but also a punishment for him of like having to deal with rehoming all of these people. Or it could just be like, the king doesn't think that that's worth his time, so he's going to put his bastard son in charge of it.
Yeah.
And if he fucks it up, that's on him.
Yeah.
It's like a good solution for the king. It's both out of his way and, this kid is either getting punished or is doing something good. It's kind of an activist thing.
Yeah. And that's the question is like, is he doing it because he wants to or because he's told? Or is it more complicated?
Does he do what he's told? Is he trying to get back in the king's good graces, or is he rebelling at this point due to the poor treatment he's received? I'd be interested to know more.
Yeah.
And he's so handsome and sad.
He is handsome and sad.
He's the one that you actually are interested in. Groth is over there flaunting her titties and grabbing on you, and you're just like,
Positively spilling into your lap.
There's something so funny about the character archetype that's just like you'll never know if they're like asexual, aromantic, or if they're just like busy.
Yeah.
with this one, it's like, ma'am, I have the tism. Just like, good night.
Oh, I don't know if I have ever said this, but I was thinking about it the other day. My mental image for at least the face of Edith Groth is very much Evie in the original The Mummy.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, shit.
Have you changed your?
Like very similar vibes, hot librarian, kind of a mess, but also really smart about certain things.
Also love that Brothy was like, hey, and she's like, no.
Well, Magnus, this is something that also hasn't come up yet, but if you guys do end up going to Vanderveer University, will come up. Magnus is not just like, oh, he was a student there. Magnus is like a big deal in the magic community.
Yeah.
He's like the forefront leading like he may be a level 2 wizard, but he knows more about magic than any other human in the world.
I just trying to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find them spells, dog. This school was useful in that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Renevere Helvig.
Renevale.
Renevale?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Her uncle's name is Valmir.
What do I have written down for her?
My names are so fucked up that I'm just like, whatever, it's close enough.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Which is how our arc
Just
would
kinda
be.
mumble it through it.
That
Renvir?
threw me for loop. And also, I wonder how Saoirse probably feels about them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything, but I feel bad anyway.
Like Petra?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can only fix other people's problems.
Right.
Because that's really the only thing we've seen her cast was banishment, right?
Hell portal.
Which is like a meta. That's a big one.
Yeah.
It's like a 5th level spell. But
You're only level 2, and you know the most about magic. What?
yeah, and I was like,
But
Well,
you,
how'd that happen?
Magnus knows the most about the studied magics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's no rule that
there's an
other people
invocation
don't have.
at a certain level where you can cast banishment like once per day for free.
Yeah, I was thinking that was probably.
And you bring in as a level 20 bard.
But yeah, no, that's I chose my words very specifically when I said that Magnus is the human who knows the most about magic in the world.
Yeah. There's more out there.
Yeah, because
Petra for
do we
sure.
know anything about the tiefling origins? Because like we know enough to know
That
that
it's hereditary
so that the kid was a bastard.
because no one else in his family. But we also know that because the assumption there is that it's not like a recessive gene where it's like you could have 2 human parents and then they have a tiefling child. One of the 2 parents has to be a tiefling for the tiefling traits to be passed on. So the assumption there is that his mother had an infidelity with the tiefling person, but it was before the Ember Flare had happened. So the person wasn't presenting with that yet. So when he was born and as he was growing up, it was just assumed that that was the king's son and he favored his mother. But then the change happened and he was suddenly a tiefling and no one else in the family was. So it's like, okay, well, clearly someone was fucking around.
Okay, but we only understand it as tieflings to tieflings. We don't know of it as like half demon.
Right.
So it's nothing like how we portray the Fae or whatever's the stories.
Right. So it's interesting that you asked that. So even in the Exardescan faith, there are not like there aren't demons in the way that Christianity is like, yes, if you see the horns of a goat and goat-like features, that's the signs of Satan. They just kind of demonize anyone who changed during the Ember Flare. They're all there's a word that they use for them.
Vulgarities.
Vulgarities, yes. Because
Except
they're
for the flame genasi.
well, yes, because they were born in the image of the Great Flame.
Is Valmir a tiefling?
No,
Okay.
human guy. Oh, that reminds me. There's something that I need to talk specifically with you about. I'll message you about it in a second.
Okay.
But and then in the fables, they don't talk of demons so much as they talk about like fairies from farther and otherkin who are
Otherkin,
beings from other worlds, or the fateless who are souls that fell from the Sparkwinds and now walk among the living, even though they are technically dead. But they have no memories of their past lives and stuff like that. So there's no precedent to associate tieflings with being demons.
Okay.
On this planet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I know anything about demons or celestials or anything. I don't have any languages from them, and unless we have access to academic materials that would discuss them. I don't know.
What do you
No, I
think
don't
we're
think
gonna
so.
find when we go to Caldroon War?
Probably a fight. There's probably a fight going on. It would be my guess.
A fight.
Yeah. Someone fighting over something.
Yeah.
Maybe the Exodeskins fighting with the school. Maybe not a hot conflict. Maybe like a
Hot
simmering
conflict.
conflict.
It's the horniest war you've ever seen. I'm really curious about Virus and Shade Veil and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're gonna get more dreads over there or something.
Which, oh yeah, another confirmation from Petra is that what is now known as Caldrunmore was Calamore before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that that's the last known sighting of Thyrus by Bronthir, at least, was down there.
Virus Oakenbeard.
Yeah,
Maybe
Holy shit.
maybe we can find him and find out where all these Zonevir came from.
maybe so.
And then we can do our Sparkwinds, Warfang, and Fur crossover.
Yeah, someday we'll do our Fang and Fur calamity, where the world is destroyed and only a few survive to exit to another plane.
Oh no, the Zoan Fear.
We can do a 4v4 where we play both, like, this party and then, like, the final group from a War of Fang and Fur and just, like, have a
Which
level.
I do want to specify. The wording that Bronthir used was sort of like a translation error. I don't view it as being a separate plane of existence. I view it as being they were transported from another planet.
Gotcha.
So, you know, his use of the word plane is because we don't really have a wide... he doesn't have a wide grasp of astronomy.
Yeah. Which is something that Valmira,
Valera.
pulled the stars from the sky, kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
the gods clearly
Yeah.
started getting into the astral. I guess not the astral plane, but just the. I don't know what you would call that.
Well, that's
Astronomy.
that's like in D&D they so you have like the prime material plane and all the worlds, like the different worlds are like contained, and this is just normal D&D lore. I don't know if that's how this world works, but like all the planets are contained within like a crystal sphere that exists within something called the phlogiston. And
Is that really what it's called?
yeah, and then they have these ships that they're called like spell jamming ships that can like
Yes.
traverse the phlogiston to go between worlds, and that's like beholders and illithids and stuff live in the
Yeah.
phlogiston and are like pirates and have their own little space empires and shit.
Yeah, I'm going with more of a, like rooted in the reality of like space travel. So like what people refer to as the astral plane would be somewhere out in space. And the idea of like, there could be spell jamming ships. And one day we'll probably do like a fantasy sci-fi kind of mini arc or something. But it's going to be very much, I'm going to lean heavy into the like the treasure planet of it all. Instead of, I just don't, it's not that I don't like sci-fi, it's that it doesn't resonate with me a lot. So as much as I can rub my little fantasy grubby fingers into sci-fi is what I'll do. So it'll be like space travel with magical pirate ships in in space and stuff. But the idea is that, and I think I've talked, if I haven't talked about this, then this is the big surprise reveal, but I think we're all aware, each of the mini arcs that we've done takes place on a different planet in the same universe.
Right.
They're all connected, and that's why there are certain characters that show up in multiple places.
I mean, I think we've talked about it before.
It's been
like we've at least
implied.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Pete's there, but Pete's always there.
Pete's always there.
that's the point.
and
I
yeah.
presumed that he could traverse any and all universes. I don't know.
Yes, some of them
Pete
do
is the
them.
most powerful being in galaxies.
Yeah, but I'm not aiming for like extra planar, just other star systems. So like, because magic exists and there is teleportation magic, space travel doesn't have to exist for certain people of a certain caliber. They can use, you know, knowledge of astronomy and the stars to find locations and then just walk there through a portal.
Maybe
That
make
feels like a Magnus goal.
maybe make a Kesso rocket.
The fun fact, the invention of Kesso came from, actually, it wasn't even my invention, it was Taylor, because he was running us through a podcast, which sadly has kind of fallen through in recent years, but he was running us through a game that we called Frontier, which was very much space, like sci-fi fantasy in D&D, and Kesso is the power source for the ships. It's a magical crystal. It's essentially like the fucking...
Like a dilithium crystal.
yeah.
Although that's technically not the power source. That like focuses the reaction.
Yeah. But the idea is
Nerd.
that the Kesso contains the power, which can then be extracted. And so it's like, it's used as a power source when really it's a vessel. But then I, with Taylor's permission, co-opted that and was like, okay, so I know what this is and where it comes from. And it's a power source. It can also amplify spells. It does a lot of stuff. There are many things about him that are interesting.
He's very fond of classical music. He's an explosive crystal.
It's gay. Yeah.
There's many things that are interesting.
But yeah, so I got the idea for Kesso directly from Taylor in that campaign where we were doing space travel, and that was the power source, and it's incredibly volatile. So yeah, and that was like in the same kind of universe, which we didn't end up going to the planet in that campaign where Pete was, but Pete was present somewhere in there. I think he was on...
Present, not president.
Yeah, present. I think he was...
President.
I think Taylor had said that he was on a planet that was like, the entire planet was a theme park owned by a corporation.
Oh, okay.
That
And he was in there somewhere, which makes sense.
Mr. Pete, the second ship has hit the planet.
I want to say there was a Disney planet in Babylon 5. I think they reference it at some point. What, are you going to go to Disney Planet?
I think there's something similar in Starstruck too. I can't remember.
Oh
the
yeah,
name of it.
they do go to the theme park planet or whatever.
Yeah, it's such a rad idea.
Yeah.
Very dystopian. But yeah, so for those of you at home, if you didn't know, now you can go back and rewatch all of our mini arcs and try and figure out how they connect. Other than just Pete's there.
OP.
that's all I'm going to be able to figure out. Unfortunately, I've used pretty much all of my brain matter on other stuff, and now mysteries.
Yeah, all will be revealed. It's not a thing. It's not a thing where it's like gonna. It's not gonna like coalesce into a thing where it's like, and now all of them, and now we have our Avengers Endgame, because I don't like that idea.
It's not like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie where all of the disparate storylines come together at the end.
No, there will be one connecting thread that, you know, each of them can be enjoyed individually on their own as their standalone things, but then there will be some of them that are like, oh, this is what was happening here. Like, this is where this came from, which we're kind of getting into a little bit with Sparkwind, where it's like, oh, that's why the Zoanvir exist here, because they came from somewhere else.
Well, that's why Lokvara is so Swiss cheesy.
Yeah, because it got exploded.
Hey, it's not easy being cheesy.
Let me see. Well, hey, would you
Yeah, see how it's kind of
look what
concentric
happens
circles?
when you can think?
I thought maybe it was just glaciers,
I thought it was volcanoes.
volcanoes too.
There are volcanoes.
I just looked at the map and took it for what it was.
That's another interesting thing that Bramthir brought up in the last episode, I think, which is that the continents are a little different than he remembers them.
Yeah.
So outside of just Lokvara or Vordholm being what it is, but like other places are not where he remembers, because like continental drift has been happening in the time that he was asleep.
I love that he turned the maps upside down.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I guess that frame of reference is just as valid. Whatever.
But that raises another interesting
Why is
point,
it upside
which is
down
like-
is not continental?
yeah, it's
drift?
like, did the poles switch at some point? Like, what
I mean,
happened?
they do that.
They do?
They do.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The poles swap every once in a while.
I like the
happened
idea that like
back in
in
our-
Petra's time.
What?
Yeah. Earth
What does that do?
Not that much.
The way you hold your compass, it will point the wrong direction then when this happens again.
Yeah. So I like the idea that Petra in his, prior time on Nox is, north was the other way. North was south. So for him, looking at your maps is like, why did you reorient everything wrong?
Yeah.
It goes like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is north.
It's kind of like, you look at a globe, just like hold it upside down. It's like,
Yeah.
still the same thing.
Yeah. Perspective.
Yeah.
Just migration is fucked up. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And, who knows? Maybe. No, I won't say anything.
Oh,
Uh,
we almost got something.
I've said too much.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
One
Chaos.
spaghetti.
Chaos.
Chaos!
Chaos.
Very cool.